Hello, hello. I think we are live. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear in the comments, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, or Substack. Just going to be a quick promo video for the Trooper Strong documentary that we are showing at Osborne Baptist Church at 5:30 in Eden. So I'm going to wait for people to load into the video. And after we've got a couple of viewers, we're going to get this thing started. So thanks for joining me. Glad you're spending your Monday night not watching Monday Night Raw, but spending it with us on Roco Radio. I highly doubt that there's like a strong Monday Night Raw viewership amongst our Roco Radio listeners. But nevertheless, Lucas Hadley is in the comments. How you doing, Lucas? Hopefully Lucas Hadley is going to be there tomorrow for conference tournament action. Jonathan Hadley and Joe Dexter bringing you the baseball conference semifinals. I'll be bringing you the conference semifinals for softball. So please make sure to join us on Roco Radio. All of our platforms tomorrow evening, YouTube, Substack, Facebook, RocoRadio.com. Melita Hadley is in the comments as well. How you doing, Melita? Dang, so Lucas is going to be there for softball. So Lucas is going to be hanging out with me instead of his own father. That's great. We might put you on the mic, Lucas. We might do it. But I'm not sure. So thank you all for joining us here on Roco Radio's Facebook or YouTube. Having some technical difficulties on Substack. So if you're listening on Substack, go ahead and jump over to YouTube or Facebook. So, to recap the weekend with the Trooper Strong documentary, we went to Rockingham Community College and we showed our premiere for the screening. Trooper writes, incredible story, incredible comeback after losing his limb in November of 2024. So we got the documentary out on him. The reviews are in. People enjoyed it. Got a couple of them right here. One of them says, my feedback is that it was wonderful from start to finish. I would not change a thing. One person said, great presentation and documentary. Love his story and praying it will reach other kids in their faith journey. Amen to that. Somebody else said, great testimony and so proud of all he has accomplished. So excited to see what the future holds. With God, all things are possible. So blessed to know him and his family. Yeah, everybody who knows Trooper Wright is very blessed indeed. Somebody else said, I really enjoyed the documentary about Trooper. Described the documentary as fantastic. So, thanks to everybody for the kind words. Jay Biba, who actually hosted our premiere, was one of the ones who emailed back when we asked for feedback, and he said that he thinks he was the best part of it. So I would disagree, and I would say he's kind of biased since he's the one who hosted it, and he said it about himself. But all around, I think it went very well. But I saw a couple of comments over the weekend, and I was kind of happy to see the comments, to be honest, because I knew that we were having this showing Wednesday at Osborne, but we hadn't really talked about it that much because we were trying to push more people to the RCC premiere and then start advertising the Osborne showing after that. But a lot of people were saying well, not a lot, but I saw somebody saying, I got sick, I wasn't able to make it. Somebody was saying, hey, if you weren't there, you really missed a blessing. And I'm like, well, we're doing the Wednesday one, so you heard it from them. It is. Hopefully something you would enjoy, hopefully something that would help you in your faith, and hopefully something that would be inspirational and a positive benefit to the community. It is completely free, so if you are free on Wednesday evening at 5:30 p.m., we would be so happy to have you there at Osborne Baptist Church in Eden. You don't have to reserve a ticket or anything. You can just go show up there after work or whatever you're doing and meet us there at 5:30. We'll be showing it hopefully right on time. And it's about 22 minutes, so not too long if you have obligations after that. And we would be very happy to see you there. But the RCC showing went well. Special thanks to Rockingham Community College, everybody who helped us out there. Dr. Cox as well. A special thanks to Mike Moore Media. Special thanks to Roco Radio for letting me do this promo video on here. And, Jim Sands, Isabella Daniels, they worked very hard on this. Jay Biba worked very hard on the premiere. We had a lot of people who worked very hard on this, and we're glad to finally have this out there. But Trooper's story is very, very inspirational, and you can get the whole backstory if you show up on Wednesday at 5:30. at Osborne. We would be very, very happy to have you there. Melita Hatley says in the comments, Trooper is an inspiration to us all. Yeah, I could not agree more. So yeah, we had about 185 people at Rockingham Community College, we think. So we'd be super happy if more young people are able to make it to this one. I understand it. They'll be having their like youth group thing at Osborne immediately afterwards. So hopefully people will bring their kids early and drop them off, and then they will be able to see this Trooper Strong documentary and then go to youth group after that. But we're hoping that this is inspirational to young people. I remember the night before the premiere, I'd seen that some kid with a limb difference, Mike Moore sent this to me via Facebook. Some kid with a limb difference went to a soccer game where they saw, a woman who was playing with one arm and she was doing very well. And that woman came home, or that young girl came home, basically a new person is what her parents were saying. So even if this touches just one life, it would be exceptional. And yeah, and hopefully it touches you if you're able to make it there. Hopefully it impacts you in some way, being able to see, God's strength on display, working through somebody through very, very difficult circumstance, terrible tragedy. Trooper Wright could have went the wrong way with this, and just kind of retreated into himself, but he decided to be an inspiration for the whole community. He's been inspirational to me. Like you look at him and it's hard to, be complaining about your own situation when you see that Trooper Wright is able to push through and battle through the adversity. He was wearing a shirt that said adversity is a privilege during some of the interviews we did that are seen in the documentary. So, yeah, very, very inspirational. Hoping that people will grow in their faith when they see this, that, Jesus is faithful even through, horrific circumstances like this, and can turn this into good. But you can hear all about it this Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time, because if we get somebody from the Central Time Zone showing all the way up to Osborne, I'd be very happy. But yeah, 5:30 Eastern. Please be there with us. We would be very happy to have you along. I'll be there. I know Jim Sands is going to be there. I'm thinking Isabel Daniels is going to be there too, but Trooper Wright's definitely going to be there. You can meet him there, and hopefully you can, if you have time, you'll be there. Hopefully you enjoy it. Lucas is saying, will that be live Wednesday? Yeah, it's not going to be on a streaming platform, so you have to be there in person. It's a presentation at Osborne, so you're in the sanctuary looking at the big screen. So yeah, technically live, but also not live on any platforms. But we'd be happy to have you there. Thank you all for all the support this weekend. It was overwhelming. Very glad that people enjoyed this. Hoping that this helps people grow in their faith walk. And a special thanks to Trooper Wright and his family for letting us undertake this project. So that's all I have for you this evening. Thank you for spending 8.5-10 minutes with me here on Roco Radio's Facebook or YouTube. Make sure to catch us tomorrow evening. We will be broadcasting the conference tournament Mid-State 3A, 4A, 5A semifinals on Roco Radio. We've got all the baseball, all the softball games, and those will be at 5 and 7 p.m., I believe, on Roco Radio's YouTube, Facebook, Substack, and RocoRadio.com. So meet us there, Osborne Baptist Church, this Wednesday, 5:30 p.m. Very inspirational story. We would be so glad to have you there. If you go ahead and share this with your friends. Share with your friends that this is happening. If you don't have any friends to share this with your enemies, because maybe this would be, good for them to see it and, produce a change in heart. So, go ahead and share this, like this. We'd be so happy to see you there this Wednesday at 5:30. Thank y'all so much for joining me here on Roco Radio. Y'all have a good one.